Hello there to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Wii Sports. So, in today's video, it's time for us to take care of training. I apparently don't have this one unlocked yet. So, training mode is basically going to be a bunch of mini games that's set within the different sports of Wii Sports. We're playing through every single one of them right now, and it's going to be fun, whether we like it or not. And there's a great sign when my sensor bars aren't working. Sensor bar, there we go. Starting off with returning balls in tennis. Now, I'm going to say right now, I am not good at these. I was when I was a kid, but when I was trying to do this earlier today, when I was practicing for this, I wasn't really good. I don't know if it's just that I'm out of practice, or if I'm just dumb, but yeah, I was having a lot of trouble with this earlier, and I don't know why. But anyway, this one's pretty simple. We're just hitting the balls back and forth and things like that. So, same rules for regular tennis apply here as well. You want to make it into the other side of the court. You don't want to go out of bounds. You don't want to hit the net. All that fun stuff. Whenever you hit 10, it'll go up close to the net, and that's going to be a fun time all around. Alright, don't want to jinx anything, but it seems to be going well so far. Things seem to be perfectly fine and peachy. Everything is sweet. Everything is grand. I've got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand. Everything is perfect. It's falling into place. I can't seem to write a happy song. It's on my side to sing along. I wonder what the maximum score of this is. I imagine it's like 99 or something like that, but I wonder what the world record is for this if that's not the case. Okay, it was bound to end sooner or later, but you know what? I will gladly take that. I will gladly take that. For context, in the field recording, I couldn't get past 3. I was struggling to get more than 3 on there, and I don't know why. But you know what? That's a good sign. That is a good sign. Next up, timing your swing. Never gonna break my stride. Got to keep on swinging. That's what I thought those lyrics were for the longest time, but that's not what the song is. It's got to keep on moving. Also, a bit of a fun thing about that song. So recently when I was listening to that, I was also playing Pikmin 4, and so I was imagining like a cute little animation of of like Pikmin dancing to that song. Like, we have to keep on moving. Can somebody do that? That'd be really cute. But yeah, with that minigame, you basically want to hit into the orange. So that's going to be your destiny or whatever. I seem to have an easier time making the ball go forward when the tennis ball is like on the Mii's side. So that's going to be your time. Yeah, you see the record for that was 5 points. That's how pathetic I was playing this earlier today. I'm gonna assume that the reason why I wasn't playing so well earlier was because I just woke up or whatever. That's my official excuse. But for this minigame, this one's my favorite of the ones in tennis. So we want to hit the target. We're trying not to hit the wall though, because if we hit the wall, okay, if we hit the wall, it becomes more gray and then more dark and stuff like that, and then eventually the wall will crumble. I remember when I was a kid, I think it was my sister who was playing, but like, the wall just looked completely destroyed, and the score was like somewhere in the 20s or something like that. But the wall just looked like it was completely ruined, but she kept going, and it was pretty impressive. I want to go one more time for that because that was a bit of a short round. We still beat our record though, so you know that's pretty good. I'm not gonna set like a goal or anything like that for being on like, all right, this is how many points we'll do, and then we'll go from there. Because I tried doing that on the field recording, it didn't work out. I was getting really annoyed with this game. So, okay, that was only 2. We'll go one more attempt. We'll go one more attempt because I did say this one was my favorite. But let's try this again. Try everything. I won't give up. No, I won't give in till I reach the end. Then I'll start again. If anybody hasn't clicked off for this video by now, they definitely would now. I apologize. Well, I would apologize for my terrible singing, but you know what? This channel's been going on for 13 years. I think you get the message at this point. Alright, so that's going to be a good place to end it for our target practice. I would like to keep playing that one, but we got some other ones to showcase. Now, hitting home runs. Something interesting to learn about this one. So how this one works. You hit the ball. That's a good place to start with baseball. You hit the ball, and you're basically trying to hit home runs. Now, your ability to get a home run, I think... What? 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 That didn't count! What? Hold on. I'm putting that back in editing. I'm gonna frame by frame that. That was totally a home run! I don't care what anyone says! That was totally a home run! Okay. Alright, what I was trying to demonstrate, a wonderful view of me's butt right there. What I was trying to demonstrate was that you can hit the ball forward, but if the swing was still weak, you can still hit it into the field and it won't count as a home run. And I didn't know about that until the field recording. Man, we're doing pathetic right now. We are doing really pathetic. That was the most pathetic that anyone has ever played in this game! Wow! Oh my god, that is... Oh, wow. Okay, we are doing this one again. We are doing this one again. That was inexcusable. I'm leaning a bit further back into my chair than usual for this minigame. Because I'm a little paranoid that I'm going to smack my microphone with the Wii remote. But I just want to say, I always imagined when I was a kid, I always wondered if it was possible to hit the TV with the baseball bat, with the baseball. Like, nothing happens if you do. But I always imagined that if that did happen, the TV would break and it would be like all dramatic and stuff. And obviously you can't break your real life TV if you're not careful. But still. It's kind of amusing because with the Wii remote, like everything always tells you to always have the wrist strap on whenever you play, and I always have my wrist strap on, like even nowadays. But with the Joy-Con on the Switch, I never use the Joy-Con strap or anything like that. Okay, 6 home runs. That is better. I want to try again because I feel like we can get a better score. Now I know I said earlier I'm not going to worry too much about getting good scores. But this is my favorite one in baseball. I'm not good at the other ones. I want a decent score. Is that too much to ask? Out of the park! Ah, that was epic! Okay, I don't care what happens the rest of this game. We could get empty innings, rest of it. I don't care. We got out of the park and that makes me happy. Oh! I think we got a record. I think we got a new record. Yippee! Okay, we could go for 10 home runs. I'm not going to though, because I'm going to drive myself crazy doing that. Because we're already going to be doing swing control, and that'll drive me crazy enough. So, swing control, I am terrible at this one. I never understood how you're supposed to aim where the ball's gonna go. I never understood this one. But basically, whenever the ball's gonna be thrown, you're gonna hit with the baseball bat, and you're gonna try to hit it within the circular part, within the colorful parts. As the game goes on, it'll change the angle you're gonna be throwing them at. I find the first 2 parts pretty simple. And something that seems to always happen whenever I play this is that towards the beginning of it, it'll hit off to the side, but then as soon as it switches over, that's when I start throwing it straight, and it's like, couldn't that have happened before? But yeah, the first two parts are usually the ones I have the easiest time with. The third part sucks butt. I apologize for that gross image, but this part that's coming up, it's terrible. Why did you go that way? Okay, I don't understand what makes it go in different directions like that. I can never get that to work. Okay, but this part right here, this is one that I always had trouble with. That was a pathetic display of this game, and I do not care one bit. I hate swing control. But now it's going on to batting practice. Now for this one, they're going to be throwing 30 baseballs at you, and your goal is to smack them, or something like that. I'm thinking this one is easy, but this one can get pretty annoying, because like that, you'll hit the ball, but it apparently doesn't work, so... Yeah, it doesn't matter if you hit it and it goes into a foul ball or anything like that. As long as you hit it and it's strong enough to go flying, it's fine. But... Wait, that one did go flying! Why didn't that work? That one barely went, that one worked. What? Okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. This game feels a little consistent at times, that's really annoying, but I don't care at this point. I honestly just kind of want to move on. I've been trying to record this for a while, and... I had a video attempt earlier today that really annoyed me, so to be honest, I just kind of want to move on. That being said, this is a pretty fun one. I will say baseball, the first and the third of the minigames are pretty fun. Swing controls are the only one that I really don't care much about at all. But so far, the ones we played have been pretty fun. I do like most of the minigames in training mode. There are a couple here and there that I don't really care much for. And I will say, this one, it kind of varies on the day. I do like this one, but there are times where it just feels like it's inconsistent on what counts, what doesn't, and that's the thing that annoys me in games. Towards the end of it, the pitcher will also start throwing the balls a lot faster, and they'll do this really annoying thing where they'll kind of psych you out, where they'll be throwing them really quickly. But then the last couple are fairly slow. So it kind of psychs you out and it gets really obnoxious towards the end. A new record!